Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Amos Nkwenje from Top Research Center. Today I want to give you an introductory lecture on how to use SPSS. SPSS stands for Statistical Package for Social Sciences. This lecture and subsequent lectures will be targeting those who are new to SPSS. Without much ado, let me delve into today's lesson. When you first open your SPSS, two tabbed pages appear. These pages are Variable View page and Data View page. Let me show you the appearance of these pages. To begin with, I want to show you the Variable View page. Here I have opened the Variable View page. You find that currently it's empty, but I will show you how you enter data and populate this page. If you look at the left bottom corner of your page, you find that there is Data View and Variable View labels. And Variable View is highlighted, meaning to say we are on the Variable View page. The Variable View page will contain all information about your variables. The information contained on this page include the name, the type, the width, and so on. Let's say your first variable is age. It will be shown here. Second, maybe gender. Third will be health status. And all your variable names will be shown on this column. And you find that you can toggle between the variable view and the data view. You can switch by just clicking data view and variable view. Then you click between the pages. Let me now show you the appearance of the data view page. I am now on the data view page. Is highlighted here. You can see that we are on the data view page. So all your raw data will be entered on this page. All your variables will be appearing on this top row. You find that your variables will be shown along this top row of this page. Let's say the first variable you have is age. It will be shown here, age, then gender, maybe it's the second one, third will be health status, and so on and so on. So this is the second page, which appears when you open SPSS. But a third page will also appear when you start analyzing your data. This third page is called the viewer page. And here I have opened the viewer page. This is the output of your analysis. As you analyze data, you come up with this page, which we call the viewer page. In this case, I calculated the mean age of my participants, and I got this page. This page is saved separately from your data set. So now I want to show you some of the variables which I want to use in my illustration as I enter data into SPSS in order to build the data set. Here I have these variables. I have the ID, I have the sex, I have the age, and I have health status. I want to enter these variables into SPSS and show you how you build your data set. I am assuming that these variables have been derived from the questionnaire we used in our survey. Let me now open SPSS and show you how you enter data into SPSS. Here I have opened SPSS. You find that as highlighted here, it's variable view. We are on the variable view page, but you can click here and switch to data view page and then click back, so you can switch between the two pages by just clicking these labels. So to begin with, I want to enter the ID which identifies our participant. So it will be our first variable ID. And then I click enter. You find that by default, all other properties have been highlighted. Then the second one is sex. Then I press enter. Then the third one, age, I press enter. The fourth one is health status, but health status, there are two ways. SPSS doesn't allow you to enter a space when you are entering variable names. So you have to enter it as a single word, or you put a dash or an underscore. In this case, I want to use an underscore. So it's healthy, then underscore status, and then enter. So I have completed entering names of variables. If you have more variables, you enter these variables along this column where it says name. And then when I'm talking of the type, by default, SPSS assume that data you are entering or the variables you are entering is numeric. You know that something which is numeric is something which is measurable, like age, like height, and so on. But if you click here, you find this tab comes up. It means you can enter various types of variables. For example, you can enter dollars. You click here and say if you can enter dates. You can enter string data. So there are various options. You can enter various types of variables. For now, I want to leave it as numeric. You can also adjust the width in decimals places on this tab. When I'm talking of the width, is the number of characters which a particular value holds. You find that you can adjust your width here. You can either increase the width of your characters or decrease the width of your characters here by using the up and down arrow. You know the decimals. When I'm talking of the decimals, we know that this is the standard system in differentiating the integers and non-integers. So if you want to adjust, you also use the up and down arrow. If you want 3 decimal places or more decimal places, you click up, the up arrow, or down arrow if you want to remove decimals altogether. So you find that you can adjust your data using these up and down arrows depending on the nature of the data. Then we talk of the label. These further describe your variable. In this case, the ID is the identification. Identification of the participant. Then sex, this is gender of participant. Then age, in this case I'm not going to have age in categories, but I want to describe its age at interview. Age at interview. Then health status. This is self-reported health status. So as you can see, these labels further describe your variable names. When I'm talking of the value, I will leave ID as it is, but for sex, I have to code this so that we can differentiate male from female. So I want to code male as 1, and you have to put 1 there, enter 1, and then say male, then press 8, then female 2, then I press female, and then 8, then you click OK here. So you find that it's saved there. So if one is going to use this data set, he or she knows that 1 is for male and 2 is for female. Age, I'm going to use absolute age, so I'm not going to categorize my age here, so I will leave it like that. But for health status, I will use 0 for those who said they have poor health, and then 8 for those who said good health. I will use the 1. I said good health, and then 2 for those who said they have excellent health, and then 8. Then I click here, find that it's now saved. Then missing values, when you are carrying out a research or a survey, usually they will be missing information, and you have to assign a code so that the software Spss will know that if that code is entered, it means that information is missing. For example, some will refuse to give their ages, some will say I don't know. So that missing information will be assigned a code. In this case, you find that by default says there is no missing values, but if there's missing values, you can have an option to put discrete missing values, or you can use range. In this case, I want to illustrate by discrete missing values. So you can just write minus maybe 99 and then save. So whenever minus 99 is entered, it means that information is missing. Then columns, this will adjust the width of the column in the data view page. If I click to the data view page now, you see that the column here, you are seeing the width of the column, but if I were to go back into the variable view, and let's say click here and increase it maybe to 20 and go back to data view, you find that the column is widened now. But you can also adjust the width of this column by just put your cursor there and drag. Find that it's narrow. Our column is narrow. So you can adjust it using your cursor, or you can adjust it using this column. Again, here you find that the alignment of data in your data view column will be adjusted here. You can align your data to the right, to the left, or to the center. The row, we find that there are various options here, but I will leave it as input. And if we are looking at the measure, this is the level of measurement. As we know that data is measured into 4 levels. Find that the nominal level of measurement, we have ordinal, we have interval, and ratio. But SPSS, as you can see here, it has 3 categories: nominal, ordinal, and interval, and ratio are regarded as scale in SPSS. So you have to identify the level of measurement. For example, ID here is just assigning reference to the participant, which is nominal. And sex, we are having categories. This is categorical data, so it's nominal. And age, as I said, I'm not going to categorize it. I'm going to use specific age, and it is scale. And then health status, as you have seen, it's poor, good, and excellent. There is some order there, so it's ordinal. So these are the levels of measurement of my variables. But I will have a separate lecture on level of measurement. You can also go and read in your stats book, but I'm going to give you a lecture on levels of measurement and further explain so that you can understand these concepts. So in general, this is how you enter data on the variable view page. Now I switched to the data view page. You can see that my variables now are on this top row. So ID, sex, age, and your status. If I had the 5th variable will be here, the 6th, the 7th, and so on and so on. So my ID, I want to enter my IDs now. For example, my first participant is 10001. The second one is 100002. The third one 10003. The fourth one is 100004. The fifth one is 10005. So these are my IDs. Right? For sex, we have know that we assigned a 1 for male and 2 for female. Let's say the first participant was male, then we enter 1. The second was male again. The third was female. The fifth female. The sixth female. As you can see, we have decimal places here. To remove these decimal places, you switch to the variable view and then you adjust here. If you adjust to 0, let me just adjust all others to 0 so that we remove all decimal places. If you go back, you find that there is no more decimal places. Age, let's say the first one was 64. The second one, age was 34. The third was 27. The fourth, maybe 32. The fifth, maybe 22. Then health status, the first one maybe said poor health, so it's 0. Remember, we assigned a 0 for those who said poor health. Maybe the second, good health. The third, good health. The fourth, good health. And the fifth, excellent health. You find that if you come to this icon and click, it shows that male, male, female, 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 and then because we have already assigned this in our variable view, and you can click by switch back to figures if you click this icon. So generally, this is how you build your dataset. And lastly, you have to save your dataset. Click here, and this tab comes up. You have now to select from here where you want to save your dataset. For me, CSO here, I want to save it in this file, and then you come here and write a title for your dataset. Let's say survey. Health survey 3, health survey 3, and you have to click save here. Then you save. You have saved your dataset. So you can now start analyzing your data. I want to show you how you produce the third page, which is the viewer page. In this case, I just want to calculate the mean age of our participants. I can do it through different ways, but in this case, you can go to descriptive statistics and click descriptive statistics. You can highlight the age here and drag it to this tab, or you can highlight it and click this arrow so that it moves to this tab, and then you can click the option. You find that there are various options, but the mean, the standard deviation, the maximum and the minimum by default are already marked. So I will leave them like that because this is just an illustration, and then continue. Then if you click OK, you find that we end up having this viewer page. This which is the output of our analysis. So it indicates that we have 5 participants. The minimum age of the participant is 22. The maximum is 64. The mean age is 35.8, then standard deviation is 16.4. So if you were following me step by step, congratulations, you have created your first data set and you have done your first data analysis using SPSS. Please share this video with your friends. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe, like, and leave comments. If you want any help, you can contact me through our YouTube channel, Facebook, or Twitter page. You can also use a contact form on our website, topresearchcenter.com. Thank you for watching.